Emotional service is difficult and dangerous. Constantly in danger. In this world, every step we take is danger. It's so dangerous. We are in such a dangerous condition, such a dangerous position, that we can immediately be taken away and back in life, and we can waste this life. We can even get out there and live very sinfully, and have to take many, many births before we can come back. So if we're convinced that this is really what we should do, we should learn from this. We should learn from the demigods. Not what they are doing, but what we should not do, what they are doing. We should offer prayers like that, but it should be without any motive. We should live our life without any motive. Of course we have our conditioning, but that's what we are striving for. That's what we are aiming at. That whatever I'm doing, I'm simply doing this activity because it pleases Krishna. This is what we should strive for. And this is a high level. But nonetheless, if we just follow, if we have a desire, the whole thing starts with desire. Anything we want to attain in life, it starts with desire. A rich man, he becomes rich because he has an intense desire, some karma. That's connected. But unless this desire is there, he will never reach his goal. Because it takes lots of austerity, lots of hard work, it takes a lot of trouble. So that's when we see it in the material world, we see it all around us all the time. People being completely fixed on want to attain this. They go through fire, through water, everything to attain their goal. Because they're completely absorbed, this is what I want to attain. And this is just some temporary, some money or some fame that is just flickering and goes away in a few moments. What we are aiming at is the highest achievable thing in existence. The highest pleasure that we cannot even imagine, we cannot even start to understand what it is. That's what we are aiming at, that's what we are getting by simply following the process of bhakti. But it needs to be done following the process of bhakti. You need to follow the whole culture. Sadyo Rityavat Urtade Te Kritibis Susrusripis Tatsanat. This is in the second verse in Bhagavatam. Where it says that the Lord Ishvara immediately become manifest to Susrusripis Kritibi, to those who are actually following this culture. Those who are actually following this culture, Krishna he will manifest. Prabhupada says in the introduction, for one who's studying Bhagavatam with the right understanding and with the right motive, Krishna will manifest on the pages of the Srimad Bhagavatam. Are we still seeing a statue? Are we still having trouble chanting our rounds? Because we're not really given that kind of intense absorption that devotional service really means. That's really what devotional service is, intense absorption. There's nothing else. I don't want anything else. Anyavilasata sunyam jnana karminavaka. Anukulina Krishna no silanam bhakti uttama. This is what Rupa Goswami describes as uttama bhakti. Nothing else. There's nothing else in my life. So that's what Bhagavatam is there for, to teach us by these great personalities. We have Prahlad Maharaj, Dhruva Maharaj, Ambarish Maharaj, all these great personalities just offering these prayers, living their prayers. Because that's more correct to say. That it's not just a prayer you're offering in the morning when we're chanting our rounds, that's a prayer. But we are living a prayer. See it in book distribution. If you're not praying constantly, it won't work. Book distribution is one big prayer. Oh Krishna, please use me as an instrument as you desire. And pray for this poor person. I know I'm unqualified, but please use me as an instrument to help these people. Whatever we are doing, that should really be the mood. Krishna, I'm not capable of doing this. I'm not capable of doing this. But by your mercy, I can see it again and again. And we can see it again and again. That actually if you're living in that mood, things happen. Things really happen. But if we do it on our own, we forget that position. And it's so easy. That again, now everything is going. And then you see that Shakti is gradually taken. So if you want to get that real Shakti, it needs this full absorption. We can really get to know Krishna, get to know the culture, and actually try to live it. Even though we are so fallen, we are Kali Yuga, people coming from this degraded age. But again, the process works even in Kali Yuga. Even maybe especially in Kali Yuga. Kali Dosha Nidhi Raja. Asti Yeko Madhgana. That in this age of yoga, that's an ocean of fault, but there's one good quality. Kirtana Deva Krishna. It's simply by chanting Hare Krishna, everything is achieved. Everything is achieved. But what does it mean to chant Hare Krishna? It's not just sitting down and saying the words, the names every day. That's not chanting Hare Krishna. Kirtana is around. It's our life. That's the way to chant Hare Krishna. It's our life. Nothing else. So I just want to end with a little talk about Abhiram Thakur. Whatever little I know, it's his disappearance actually. So it's mentioned in the web page. I was just checking now. In the web page where we have these Vaishnava calendar, and all these personalities are described in their appearance and disappearance date. So there is mentioned that Abhiram Thakur, let's start there. Krishna and all the cowherd boys was playing in Vrindavan, and they were playing hide and seek. So at one point Krishna, he just spontaneously said, "Hey, let's go to Navadvip." So Krishna, he immediately took the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and Nityananda took the form of Nityananda, so Balaram took the form of Nityananda, and they went to Navadvip, all the cowherd boys. But because it was so spontaneous, they forgot one, they forgot Sridham. So Sridham, he was hiding in one cage. And he said, why did not come? So after some time, Krishna found out that Sridham was not there. Hey, we forgot Sridham! There's 12 principles, cowherd boys for Krishna. And Sridham is definitely one of them. Hey, we forgot Sridham! Balaram, can you please go and get him? So Balaram, as Nityananda, he went to get him. And he went to Sridham, hey, sorry we forgot you, but we just went to Navadvip. Please come, it's extremely fun. Please come. And Sridham said, who are you? And he said, I'm Balaram. Oh, and then Balaram said, oh, I'm Nityananda. Actually, I'm Balaram, but it's a little long to explain, Sridham, so please come with me. I said, I don't believe you. You're not Balaram. And Balaram said, okay, you start running. Yeah, and you start running. If I catch you within 12 meters, I'm Balaram, right? Sridham said, yeah, nobody can catch me. So Sridham started running, and Balaram immediately caught him. I said, oh, you're Balaram. And he said, how dare you? How could you leave me here? Right? What kind of friends are you? I'm not coming with you fellows to Navadvip. I'm staying here. And Balaram said, please, Krishna, he said, please come back. No, I won't, you left me here. So Balaram, he was just pleading in that, and there was this whole discussion. And then Sridham said, okay, I manifest myself as, or he just expanded himself. And that was Abhiram Thakur. So Abhiram Thakur came back with Nityananda, and Krishna was very happy to see him. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was very happy to see him. So he was a little in an angry mood, because he was just, all the cowherd boys just left him. So he's in an angry mood. And many people feared him, especially the atheists feared him because he was very powerful, and he was very well known in the Shastras. And he had a whip called Vijay Mangal. And whenever he touched someone with that whip, or he hit him with that whip, he would attain pure devotional service. And that's actually how it's mentioned, how Srinivasacharya. Once Abhiram Thakur, he came to visit Srinivasacharya. Smalati? No, what's his name? Vaka Srinivasacharya. And Abhiram Thakur, he started... Srinivas Acharya. That's Srinivas. Anyway, he started beating him with the whip, and his wife said, hey, please, he's a young man, please don't. And since he was saying, please don't whip him so much, he'll become complete pure devotee, something like that. So one time he was beating him, but at the same time he knew that he would become pure devotee. And he once went to the son of Mukunda. What is his name? Nej, the son. Raghunandan. So, and then everybody heard, right? Whenever Abhiram Thakur, he comes, he will either whip people or he will offer obeisances to them. You never know what is worse, because if I offer obeisances to you and you're not a pure devotee, you will immediately die. And then he offered obeisances even to a Salagram Shila. If it was not a Salagram Shila, if it was some imitation something, it would crack, the stone would crack. So if you offered obeisances to a person and was not complete pure devotee, this person would just die, immediately just die. So Mukunda, he was a little nervous when he heard Abhiram Thakur came. So he came, knocked on the door, and Mukunda said, no, he's not here. So Abhiram Thakur, he left, very disappointed, he left. And then Raghunandan, he came, and he said, who was at the door? Oh, it was this devotee. And Raghunandan immediately ran to see him. And they embraced each other and talked for a long time. And once he was, Abhiram Thakur, he came to Gopal Guru. That's in Chaitanya Lila. Gopal Guru is the one becoming the guru of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And when he told Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that you should constantly chant Hare Krishna, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was holding his tongue when he went to the bathroom. So he was holding his tongue. And then as Gopal Guru said, you should constantly chant Hare Krishna. So he's preaching to him. And that's Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave him the name Gopal Guru. So Abhiram Thakur, he came and he offered obeisances to Gopal Guru. And everybody was very afraid, because everybody loved little Gopal Guru. So everyone was very afraid, but Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu protected him. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu protected him. So the point of this is, even though we are not a completely pure devotee, that the Lord will protect us if we have that kind of desire. If we get the mercy of the Lord will always protect us. So on these appearance days, disappearance days, and we hear every day from Bhagavatam, it should be constant inspiration for us. We should learn from these personalities. And we should try to, especially in their appearance days like this, we should try to absorb ourselves in their moods, try to really understand, what is this personality? How is it like being with them? Again, like, it should not be, we should not take it lightly, it should not be sahajaism. But we should strive to really understand, what is it like to be with Krishna in the spiritual world? What is it like to be with Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Lord Nityananda when they are in the material world? What is it like to be with them? Because they're never in the material world, but when they come here, what is it like? What would it be like to be with them? What is it like? What is going on when we hear all these kirtans? And what is it like to be in such a kirtan? So in that sense, we can try to understand what devotional service is all about. Because now most of us is in between what is material life and what is devotional service. So we're sort of like in between different levels. So in that sense, we have no taste for either. There's no material taste that we give up. And there's no real spiritual taste, because that is not available yet. So where will the spiritual taste come from? From really understand, what is the spiritual world like? What is Krishna like? That should be on. And that's why we're studying when we're reading Krishna book. We can do it very safely by studying Prabhupada's books. Because Prabhupada gives it in such a way with the philosophy that we are safe from taking it cheaply. Because it's so easy. We'll take it down to our mundane level. We'll think, oh, I used to do that. And we'll think this is what Krishna is doing. But that's not what Krishna is doing. Even Prabhupada speaks in the first, just in the beginning of Bhagavatam, Prabhupada speaks about this is pure sex life. What happens in the spiritual world. And Prabhupada also says there is no sex life. There's no sex life in the spiritual world, Prabhupada says. And Prabhupada says it's the pure sex life. So what does it mean? Because it's not sex life as we have it here. It's on a high level, much higher level, which we cannot understand. Maybe it's not even physical, I don't know. Maybe it's just, but sex life, the origin of sex life is just this unalloyed love. Of Srimati Radharani towards Krishna, and vice versa. That's maybe the purest sex life in existence. But when it comes here, it becomes perverted. Perverted reflection of the real thing. And then it becomes disgusting. Then it becomes disgusting. And really, totally degrading. So all the activities we perform, if they're not fully connected to Krishna, they're degrading us. But if they're fully connected to Krishna in desire, again, we don't have to be complete pure devotees, but in desire we need to be pure devotees. We need to have the desire to become pure devotees. We need to have the eagerness to actually get to the point where I have only one desire in my life, to please Krishna. That's my only desire, nothing else. When we reach that stage, everything is possible. Any comments or questions?
I just want to ask, respecting the Brahminical culture, what does that mean? Because
everything we do, from putting tilak to taking shower in the morning, to all the things we do, all the details, all the Pancharatika vitis. So the Bhagavad Gita is there. Chanting Hare Krishna, we're going on serving, we're going to distribution. Bhagavad Gita, extremely powerful. Actually, it's the most powerful. But without the Pancharatika viti, we will not really get to the stage where we really imbibe the real culture. Because we are still influenced. It's mentioned that Bhagavad Gita is enough in itself. But because we are still so contaminated from material matter, it is practically impossible for us to break out like that. So we need to follow the culture of Krishna consciousness.
But because like you expanded, and you were talking about respecting the Brahminical culture, and then also like that we tend to take like relationships and other devotees into a mundane level where we're not like, and if we don't learn to respect the devotees, respect that culture amongst each other's, like, then it's, I think Brahminical culture is just like something, maybe, of course it's there, but it's like an important element also, if you could elaborate.
Yeah, it is the Brahminical, it's the Vaishnava culture. So it's the Vaishnava culture is to respect the rules. So unless that is there, we cannot make any announcement. Practically impossible to make an announcement. But what does it mean to respect the rules? Even of course I mentioned this just calling the Buddhist Prabhu. But that's just a name. But really living this is my Prabhu. So I should have a relationship with him like that. And real association with devotees is raising consciousness. So it's not, again as I mentioned before, we just talk in the same way we used to do with our friends, just hang out in the same way, just doing over prasadam or... No, we're actually trying to change that culture. And that can, in the beginning, it seems artificial. Because we're changing whatever we thought we were throughout our whole lives. We thought, this is me. But we're trying to find out, no, this is not me. So sometimes it takes a little introspection, and that means things will go a little slower. In a sense that it will not be so spontaneous and everything will just not flow like this. But that's how it means, that was what it means to learn something new. And when if you need to learn a new Vedan in the Danga, it goes very slow to start with. And then sometimes you make a mistake, but gradually. So associating with devotees really means to talk about Krishna, talk about Bhagavatam. When we hear, all we hear every day is just questions and answers. So one will try to ask a question to such a way that this devotee will tell about Krishna, or something from Srimad Bhagavatam. Instead of just talking, hey, I did this and this happened, this is all material Krishna. So try to come to the level where actually we are living the Bhagavatam. That is our life. This is reality, this is illusion. That's what we're trying to figure out. This out there is not real because we see it as different. It's Bina-Prakriti. It's the separated energy of Krishna. But this is the internal energy of Krishna. But if we want to see it as external, even Bhagavatam will appear external. So if we see it as external, and we do, if we don't really try not to absorb ourselves, if we really understand this is the spiritual world, this is what will cure me from material existence, we will absorb ourselves. And when we absorb ourselves, what the mind is full of, the mouth will speak. So again, in the beginning, artificial, we are trying to come to that level, but actually we're just thinking about Bhagavatam, we're just thinking about Krishna all the time, just thinking about the culture of Krishna consciousness all the time. And then it's natural to speak about Krishna. But otherwise now we are practicing. So that's why we have at the devotee's grave, one of the qualities of the devotee's grave. He doesn't just speak whatever comes to his mind, because the mind is crazy, the mind is a child. Right? So a devotee is not childish. It says brahmacharis, they're like children in a way, they keep this freshness and this innocence. But they're grave. They think before they speak. They're not just speaking all kind of brahmikata. So that's really the association of devotees. And that's why sometimes also we have it sometimes maybe always the conversation is not going so smoothly as it used to. Hey, this is boring. But sometimes it's not to be introspective. Prabhupada, when he would take prasadam, he would not like have huge discussion. He would always take alone, right? Absorption, just being there, taking the prasadam. Of course, there's nothing wrong. We should converse during prasadam. There's nothing wrong, but it should be in Krishna topics. So this is really the association, and that's where it starts. This is the culture. This is what was Prabhupada talking. You never hear Prabhupada talking like Ramnikata. Everything just connected to Krishna. Whenever Prabhupada saw something, there was this tree, the Lord came to this tree, walked in the morning walk, and there was all these bird excrement on the ground. And Prabhupada said, what is this? And the Buddha said, Prabhupada, this is bird excrement. Prabhupada said, no, what is this? And they were trying to think, is it the patterns or what is it? What does Prabhupada really want to? Is there something hidden there in the patterns of the excrement? He said, no, it means that the birds are attached to their home. They're living here, they're passing their stool right here. Even the birds are attached to the tree. This is Krishna consciousness. You see some bird excrement and that reminds you of Krishna. Or Krishna consciousness, Krishna conscious philosophy. That's Krishna consciousness. But we are trying. You're trying. The mind comes with all these things, but don't speak it. That's mindless. Even though it's funny, if it's not really connected to Krishna, we don't know it. It's mindless. It just keeps us in material consciousness. That's what we go and contemplate. What we hear, that's what we contemplate. Thank you very much. Grandaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki.